Angela for her information this week, because I'm going to flip this template out to her with her information. But I'm also going to be doing the refrigerator magnet. And so if one of you all wants to give me, let's see, give me a number between 1 and 100. And then I will pick, I know what my number is. I'm gonna send my number to the happiness team. That way it's already been done. And whoever is closest or on the money to my number, I will need your either website, or if you have a Hi Hello account, I'll need the link for that. And I will need your website address, and then your brand colors, your primary color. Okay, so if you get closest to my number tonight, then I will do the refrigerator magnet. Will be your brand and your images. I need your logo too. Your logo and your brand colors and your website address. So the happiness team will tell me who is that person. And then the refrigerator magnets that I do tonight, I will actually get your information and I'll send those to you. And I'll be sending the car magnet to Coach Najla. So, oh, I see somebody hit my number right on the money. Hey, yep. Okay. All right, Mo. So you're going to be getting those refrigerator magnets because you hit my number right on the money. Okay. So go ahead and give me I need your logo, your brand colors, like the hex code, the primary one, and your web address, if you have an email address or if you have a Hi Hello. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And get started for tonight. So this is the car magnet. Okay. Is everybody seeing my screen? I need to put my chat back up so I can see comments and things. And I'm going to give y'all a couple of options. So the car magnet that I'm going to show y'all tonight that I'm going to actually demo is the sublimation car magnet. Okay. I have done some looking around, and then I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna send my email address and send everything to my email address so I can grab it quick. I'm gonna put it in the chat, okay? And then I'll be able to grab everything when I get to doing the refrigerator magnet. So I've done some looking around as far as sublimation, and like I told y'all, we have a couple of sublimation stores here in Houston. SK Houston is my primary go-to source for substrates for sublimation, and they do have the car magnets. They do have a website, which I've shared with you all, and the customer happiness team will share that with you in the chat. This template and everything that I'm doing tonight will be available in the Academy, and it will come with the resource document for all of the links for everything that I'll be using tonight to demo these products, okay? So the car magnet that SK has is a 12 by 18. It's not like really small, but it's not really big either. I mean, you know, I think it's a decent size, but it's not really big. So if you're trying to do something bigger, then I'm gonna demo the sublimation one. And with that size, the 12 by 18, I'm going to show you the pricing and things too, because you can order the car magnets on 4over. Now, the thing that I saw on 4over is that the pricing is good for the magnet itself. Where the price goes up is in the shipping. So whereas if you all have done the yard signs and things like that, then you all know that they had like the next day shipping everywhere for the yard signs is like $10. But the shipping for the car magnets is a little bit pricier. So you will want to make sure that you're factoring that in if you decide to do car magnets for your customer base. Then you want to make sure that whatever sizes that you're offering, that you plug in some addresses and things like that so that you can get, so you can see. But I will show y'all that. So first, I want to go ahead with our template. And I want to show you all how to switch this template up. This was from class 210. So I used that, the source images from the class 210 and brought those in to make this template for the car magnet. I am also going to demo. This is set up for 12 by 18. I am going to demo if you want to make a bigger one, which is like the size of the yard sign, because that's kind of the next size that I would recommend for like a larger SUV or a van or something like that, would be like the 18 by 24. Like I told you, this one, that the sublimation one, is a 12 by 18. So let me pull up my folder. And like I said, I was doing some brainstorming this week with Coach Nigela, and I did ask her to send me her photos and her hex codes and all of that. So the first thing that I'm going to do on here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change out the smart colors. And I am going to do, let's see, smart color 1. Let's see, she gave me her hex code, so I'm going to put that in. And paste here. And then I will put in her second color. Okay. And I have always loved her color scheme. The teal and yellow is so pretty together. Okay, so we have our colors are changing out there. And so with this one, I'm gonna go down here and let's see. I, of course, put the Houston skyline behind there. So Najla, what image do you want to be in your car magnet?
I don't know.
What you want to represent for?
Child, that's a good question. I'm from Georgia. So even though I live in VA right now.
So let's see. We want to put the ATL up in there.
Yeah, you could do a something Georgia peach because I'm from Columbus, Georgia.
Okay, well let's see.
I don't know what skyline. I think there's a skyline in of Atlanta. I don't really care.
Look, I'm pulling up. Here we go. Here's some. I put in Columbus, Georgia. These are images.
Oh yeah, the Riverwalk. That third image. Yeah, that's the river. Good. Yeah, that's the Riverwalk.
So I'm gonna go ahead and save this image. All right, and then I'm going to switch that out there. Actually, let me go back and change this to make sure this is a smart object before I change that out. And I'm gonna open that back up. And let's see. I'm gonna download that. I'll resize that. I'm gonna move it up so that because that bottom part of the sign kind of covers that up. So I'm gonna see what this looks like when we go back. Okay. All right. So I am going to change. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Southern Girl. I'm gonna change that from that black. You tell me what you like since I'm doing this for you. You like your colors, the black. What do you want the expressive? Black.
Yeah.
And I did not. Let me see. You do EX. You do a capital P.
Yes. I don't know how to look.
This one. I know I didn't download that font, but let me go back and just put it regular.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it looks better. I think because I think that's what I have on mine.
Like that. Like that.
Yeah, with an exclamation point after the T.
Okay.
Because there's another expressive.
Okay. Oh, not the squiggly. An exclamation point. Okay. All right. So what I want to show y'all with for the QR code. So when you go in here to the QR code, I brought mine in. Let me see where I put that. Oh, you know what? I made that on the refrigerator magnet. I gotta go do this one. So I'll update that. Okay, so for the I'll change that in the template, but I've just brought mine in because I already had mine made like this, but I did make where you all can go ahead and make you all look like this. You could change the color scheme, and then put your QR code in. So I'm gonna turn mine off and turn the make your custom QR code on. And if you don't have, let's see, I'm gonna pull this back up. I gave you all in the documents for the class, for the resource files. There's this website called QR Code Monkey that you can go to. And QR Code Monkey will let you bring in your URL. Okay, so I'm gonna, Nigel, you want to put yours in the chat? Well, I have it pulled up, I think.
Yeah, I was about to send it to you because I don't know if I sent
Yeah,
it.
you can put it in the chat, and that way I can just copy and paste it. It'll let you put your whatever URL you want to put in here. And that's why I was saying you could do, if you have a Hi Hello profile, you can put the Hi Hello link here. You could put the link to your website. I put the Hi Hello QR code because that QR code gives all my information. It gives all my website, my Etsy, my email, all of my social media. So I prefer to use the Hi Hello QR code over just the QR code that'll go just to my website. That gives them all of my information, and it also gives you the opportunity to actually get their information as well. Because when if they get that link, it prompts them to enter their contact information.
Okay, I sent it on Telegram because I was on my iPad.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is the right. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, I got it. Copy link. Put that there. And then this also gives you the option to upload your logo so that you can have your logo in the center without you having to do any like extra extra work in Photoshop to get your logo in there. Is this black?
It's a transparent background.
Is it a transparent one? Okay. Maddie. Y'all, I got my grandpuppy over here, so excuse her because she's she cutting up right now. The document for this class, it'll be in the file with the template and everything. Actually, if you all want to share, there's the link for the document. So everybody in the Crafts Equip and the Platinum, y'all can get the link to the document that has all the sources and everything that I'm going to use tonight. So then once you get your logo in there, see, it's not taking that out. It also gives you the option. I'm gonna take it into Remove BG and see if I can download it with the background removed. I think when I downloaded it, because I did it from Telegram, it downloads as a JPEG and not a PNG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I sent it from my phone.
Yeah, so.
No, it's a PNG in my phone because I use that one to add,
I think
watermark
it's
and
just that
stuff.
Telegram, changes the format or whatever. So I'm gonna just grab this one that I downloaded.
Well, it still look good with the black background.
The black. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this one, and then you can tell me which one you want. Then you also have the option on here to set your colors. So what it's gonna do is it'll tell you, like, you could do a single color. So I could put your the colors from your QR code, I mean from your brand. I could put those colors in here and make a QR code that's actually the color of with your brand color. You could do a single color. You also can do a color gradient. They will tell you that if you do the color gradient, like it'll probably give like this little warning. No, we're not working on the we're not working in that yet. The template's gonna be up in the academy after the class. So I'm just working on everything right now. So y'all don't have access to the file or anything at this time. So then it'll create the gradient. And then see, it says we recommend to make your color darker. So your first color is dark, and then they say they recommend for the, the second one to be darker. So do you like the gradient, the one with the single color, or just black?
Just black's fine.
Okay, so we can go back to black, but I did want to show y'all that this QR code generator, it gives you all of those options, okay? So then I am going to take this up to high quality, and then I'm going to download this. So it is doing the QR code for us now. And then once I have that downloaded, I'm going to go take that back into our Photoshop file. So here's our QR code. I'm going to open that, and I'm going to drop yours in here. I think I went to my downloads. That's that right there. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to where's my file at? Okay, see, that's why I don't even do that. Now I dropped it over here. I'm gonna go back to over here. Where's my stuff? There it is. Photo logo. I'm gonna just copy, duplicate group. Oh, that's what I didn't do. So now the color here, it can be black. So with this with the on the car magnet, it has this around there. So if you can either bring it in, I would recommend doing either black, or once we get over here, we can take the little color from around it. So which one do you prefer?
You can leave it black.
Okay. So I'm gonna go over here, back to here. I'm gonna click export your. And so I have a QR code. And then I'm gonna go back to here. Now I'm going to change this out. Okay, now we got you there. And let me go back with your picture. So I'm gonna change your photo out.
Oh, I didn't remove the background in that picture.
You did
Oh,
not.
I did.
You did not. I did.
Sorry.
And I'm not gonna do any fading on it because this one that has the little outline on there, it kind of like it gets distorted a little bit when you do the fading on the picture. What I'm gonna do is just move this over and or you could tell me what you want me to do because I am sending this to you.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know, maybe because my head's in the way, you might want to rotate it a little bit.
Yeah, I was
much,
about bring it down just a little bit.
Okay, but I'm good with it.
Okay. And go to the photo. Just so it's not in the. And then let's change the name. Yeah, what's your last name? Murphy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna change this logo out. File. Place and bidding. Oh, that's not the one I removed the background. Place and bid. I think that one's in the downloads. Okay. You can't really see that now. I did have, there we go. So there's the option to turn the wall logo, the 3D, like that's on the Automizer, where you can make it the
Yeah, my all black logo, I use that effect to make my gold logo because of the faded look.
okay.
I guess.
Let me do it. Undo this move, and I need to move both of those together. Right, and then what is the phone number that I need to put here?
706 605
I know you got
3300.
33.
Yeah.
I know you gave me that. I gotta go scroll. I had to go scroll through Telegram. So since you on the talking, you could just tell me it's easy.
For Express It, can we just make them all lowercase? The
This
E and
one?
the I. Yeah, just
Okay.
make it lowercase since it's in script.
Okay. You want a space or all?
Yeah,
one?
space.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that better.
Oh, wrong space. There we go. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so and with that, the template flipping that out is done. So with the background, I have this background that's from class 210, but as with any other template, you could put any background behind there that you want. You could actually, like what I'm going to show you in the refrigerator magnet is that I just took the 125. I went to my 125 template. I did the color for the background and I took that out as a JPEG and dropped that in there. So for the refrigerator magnet, you could just put any background that is your preferred background into the refrigerator magnet. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go ahead and save this one. We'll save this in. And then I am going to save this as a JPEG. I'll save a copy. And I'm going to save this as the image. And I'm going to change this to a JPEG, and I'm going to save this image as a JPEG. Okay. And with that, the car magnet is done. Now, I know everybody's always asking about a mock-up, and you know, it's 1,000 different cars out there. So I just went with mine and I did this mock-up, and I can put a magnet image in there. Turn that off. And voila, there's that on there. And of course, like with the then you could zoom in and move that around. Let me see, edit, undo, and we can grab both of those together and move that over. Oop, I keep on moving it by itself. Undo, move. And what I want to do, let me create a clipping mask on here. I'm trying to move that image, but it don't want to cooperate with it. But you could zoom in on it. You can Control 0. You could go Control T. If you don't want a full image of the car, you want to kind of concentrate on the magnet when you do like a mock-up of it. Then you could just zoom in on the car where you just have like part of the car showing there. And have more focus on the magnet. Okay. And then you could just save this as a JPEG and post that to as a mock-up to sell. Yeah, most definitely. You don't want to put your personal number on there. You want to put your business number on there, to go for if somebody's going to call. You definitely want to put your business number, not your personal one. Okay. All right, so let me go check my email and see and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and print this out. So this, like I said, is a 12, the 12 by 18. So this will print on a regular 13 by 19, 13 by 19 piece of sub paper. As always, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to print my purge sheets. And then I'm gonna go ahead and open up that JPEG image. I'm gonna close out some of this stuff. Okay. And now my purge is printing. So I always do a purge before I do my print, because if my printer's been sitting for any given amount of time, it just ensures that that your colors come through. If you've ever like printed something and then when you press it, your colors look maybe faded, or they look like maybe it's a little off, like the color gamut is off, and maybe like where the mask is that's on there when you do a 13 by 19. I just always do the purge, and it makes sure that when I do send my print through, that all of my ink has gone through my print head and it's pushed through and it's ready to print. You probably want to if you do a purge before you start printing, and like if it sits for, like even with us, if it sits for like more than 2 hours, we go ahead and do a purge file again. And you do the purge on regular paper, you don't send sublimation paper there. We put that in one of the cassettes, and we just keep regular paper in there, and it's like when y'all see me pull it up, I do file print, and I have a setting for it where it goes, my print setting has my purge print, and it's already set for the paper cassette 2 with the paper size. It's just a regular 8.5 by 11-inch copy paper, and I send that through to wait, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to send it through again. Okay. So, and this is on the Innate Lab website. That's where this came from. So, go to Innate Lab and just search purge, and that's on there. Okay. So I already have done that, and now I want to open my JPEG image. You all remember that we do not want to print from our Photoshop file. We want to actually save the file as a JPEG or PNG image, and we want to print from that. We do not want to print from our Photoshop file, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to print this 13 by 19. And then while that's printing, I'm going to show y'all, if you wanted to, landscape. There we go. And print. Okay. So, and y'all, if I missed any questions, I know the customer having the same one letter. So yeah, so I'm printing this 13 by 19 for the image, okay? Because this is a sublimation Carmack. Yeah, you need to save it as the JPEG image and then print it. You don't want to print from your Photoshop file, from your template. Okay. So I have this printed. And then I'm gonna close this out. I don't need that open. So now I'm gonna go back. This is my template, okay? I'm gonna close up all these folders that I have open. And this will be, y'all, this is recorded, so y'all will be able to go back and see this, okay? But say I want to do this image, and this is a 12 by 18, but I want to do a 24 by 18, okay? When I'm gonna go file, and I'm gonna go new. Now, as for a 24 by 18, we would, because I haven't been able to find anything like that size, that's large, and I haven't been able to find any sub magnets that are this size. So you would want to be sending this out for printing through 4over, and I am going to show you that on the 4over website. Okay, so we're going to do a width of 24 and a height of 18. And we're going to keep the resolution at 300. That's what they prefer when you send an image over. Okay. And I'm going to do create. So now I have a 24 by 18 artboard. And now I'm going to go back to my template. And I am going to select, these are all of like my source, my cheat sheet. So I don't necessarily need all of these layers because that's just my cheat sheet. Now, if you want to take this over and then save this as a 24 by 18 template, then you're going to take the first layer at the top. So I'll just go ahead and do it that way. You're going to hold your shift key down and you're going to select your last layer, which is through the background. Okay. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say duplicate layers. And instead of trying to drag it over, I am going to tell this that the document that I want my duplicated layers to go to is the untitled document that I have open, because that's the new 24 by 18 that I just created. I'm going to select untitled and I'm going to say okay. Okay. Now it's circling and it's working. Once it finishes circling, I'm going to go to that untitled document and then we're going to resize it based on the 24 by 18 artboard that we created with the new document. So I'm just letting it get over there. So now it's stopped doing the circling. So now what you can see is that all those images that were like really big, because if you all recall, this came from, well, when I brought this over, I had done a 44 by 36 image. So I had larger images in there for the 210 template. Okay. So what I want to do is now I want to zoom out so I can see my whole artboard, and I want to do Control T. And it says some smart filters, and I'm gonna say, okay. Okay, so now I have it where I can see my whole, I can see my whole little board, right? So now I'm gonna resize it while everything is still selected. I didn't undo anything. And now I wanna resize and make sure everything kind of covers up that board. And now I'm gonna see where that went to, okay? So that background image is pretty big, and I'm gonna just keep on resizing it until my template fills up this area. So I'm gonna let it keep resizing. I'm gonna move that down. I'm gonna move that down. Okay. So I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Zoom out a little bit more. Keep resizing this until I have it fitting in there the way I want it to fit. Okay, so I think I want it about right there. I'm gonna say, okay. Now you will have to make some adjustments when you're going from something that's smaller to bigger and bigger to smaller. So right now, everything's in its place though, and everything that's pertinent to this template is on this artboard, okay? Now I'm gonna let that finish generating. So it's putting everything, locking everything into place. And then I'm gonna go make just a couple of slight adjustments to bring that border, the little zigzag down. And make sure that everything is in the frame the way that I want it. And while that is working on that, I'm gonna go over here to my email. Mo, you sent me your stuff.
I'm sending it right now. Sorry about that. Let me know if you get it. I just sent it.
Okay.
Let me see.
A little Photoshop. Now this refrigerator magnet, this is so fun to me. Y'all, we do t-shirts and we do so much stuff, but I started off as a crafter, liking to do little craft projects. So things like this are really fun for me. And I did already, I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm gonna hold this up to my camera. But I did already make mine. And it came out so cute. Okay, so this stops. So I'm gonna zoom in now. So let's see what I want to do. I want to take the square frame, and the 2 accents on the bottom, and I just want to resize those a little bit. Now accent 1 and accent 2. So if y'all see, I selected those and I'm just resizing those a little bit. Always remember that when you're doing something to send off to print and when you're doing something to print, you want to make sure that you have some bleed around the top and around the sides. Okay. So, and then I'm going to take my shape . How do I want to resize it? Control-1 so I need to see them. Okay. Now I'm just taking that shape and then I'm going to resize it to fit at the bottom. So that bottom part is covered up. Make that less, and since we have a bigger surface area to work with, we can take our business name. Let's see, not the business name. We're going to take our owner name and our telephone number. And so I'm just selecting the layers that I want to adjust right now. And I'm going to bring those down, like how we kind of had them placed on the smaller one. And I think for the business offerings, we could, and I'm pulling straight down to make it bigger, pulling straight down, and that just keeps it kind of centered with everything that's already there. Instead of pulling from the corners, pull from the top and the bottom, and that will resize it and keep it centered. Now it's kind of given a little bit going. So, and enter on that. And I think for our business name, we can go a little bit bigger with that. We don't want to cover the QR code on the left, but we can go a little bit bigger with the name. And then text 3. I think I just got it. Yep, I just got it.
Okay.
All right, so now this template is resized to a 24 by 18 from the 18 by 24. I mean, 12 by 18. You see, all you have to do is take it over and then resize, you know, a few elements and you're ready to go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one as the 24 by 18. And I guess I will include this one in the folder. So if y'all want anything bigger than the 24 by 18, you're going to have to do the resize yourself. But I just showed you how to do it. So I'm quite certain y'all can get it done. Okay. All right, and then once this saves, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. And then I'm gonna show y'all how to do the refrigerator magnet. And I'm gonna go and press the car magnet in the office. Maddie. So I'm gonna close this one out. All right, so here's our refrigerator magnet. Okay, so what I was telling y'all is that for this background, I just am I took the background from 125 and this is just an image. Okay, it's not like where you can go and do the whole change out or whatever. This is for you to decide, hey, what template you want to use or what image you want to use. You can put any image in here. Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to open. And I'm going to open my my background from 125. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm gonna do color 3. Is 76, 79, 76, 79. Okay, that's Mo's first color from her Hicks code. Okay, and this is my color 1. Turn on this one. And I'm gonna put her second color in here. 864. I was close. That was already in there. I got her logo. Let me go ahead and download that. Okay. All right. And now that that is changed, I am just going to save a copy. I'm gonna go to Crafting for Cash. And I'm gonna just save this as the background. as a JPEG and save. Okay. Now I have the background saved. I have my JPEG. I'm gonna close this out. And now I'm gonna go in here and I'm just going to change out the file place embedded. I'm gonna put Mo's background in here. Okay. And I'm going to change that out. Yes, to save. Now we have Mo's background. Let's see, she sent me her QR code. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna go in here. And put that QR code. And Mo, you can always go to the that QR code monkey and create your so I'm gonna change these to her colors around that logo. Okay. And then let me change the logo out here. Oh, you know what? I can't see it. So that 100%. It is. Let's see if I put a drop shadow behind it, we'll be able to see it better. Normal.
Yeah, and that's I have an all black and all white one as well because of situations like this.
Okay, well, I put the drop shadow behind it so you can see it kind of better back there.
Mhm.
Okay. And then down here. Okay, so we can go with the color and do color, or you can do white. You want to do the color, you want to do one of the colors for the thank you, or the white.
That's fine right there.
That's fine. Okay, and then
You can keep the name white.
okay. Now these are excellent to put in your packages when you are sending your packages out for with your customers. This gives them, they can put this on their refrigerator, and then they have so that's it in changing out this template. Okay, it has the strokes and everything that are on there are basically, for what, because we're gonna do this is a print and cut project for the Cricut. Okay, so I'm gonna save this one as Okay. And then I'm going to quick export this as a PNG. You want to make sure that you do the PNG and have, so the background is removed. Let me put this in the folder from Mo. Image. And now you have a PNG image of this template, okay? So I'm gonna close out of here. And
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
thank you.
close out. Save that. Just go ahead and close out of everything Photoshop for right now. And now I am going to open Cricut. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this started on printing. And then while the magnets are printing, I'm gonna tell you about the products that I use to make it. And then I'm gonna go cut. I'm gonna go press the car magnet, and then I'll come back and cut the magnets once they finish printing out. No, these are not sublimation magnets. These are print then cut. This is a print and cut that you do with your cutting machine. So what we're gonna do is do I'm opening Cricut. I'm gonna do a new project. And I'm going to upload that image that I just saved, the PNG image. Browse. Go to here. That's the magnet image. I'm going to upload that. We want to choose complex. Now this is for Cricut. And yes, I will be cutting this with the regular fine point blade that's in the Cricut. I'm going to show you, there's two different things that you can do. I'm going to show you the one that I have done for refrigerator magnets. And there's a second one that requires the deep point blade or I don't know what the blade is called. It's the one with the black housing, but it's the deep something. But I don't remember the rest, and I ain't gonna even sit here and lie like I do. It's deep something. And it's the black housing. Okay, so I'm going to choose the print and cut image. Okay, and then I'm going to load this up onto the canvas. And then you want to resize these with a height of 3 inches. At that size, you just keep the lock on and put a 3 for the inches, okay? At this size, you can get 6 on each sheet. So I'm gonna duplicate this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have 6. And I already have the magnetic sheet loaded up in the printer, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna send to printer. For the print settings, remember that the paper that you are printing on is a photo type paper. So your settings need to, there you go, Des, you got a deep cut blade. I told y'all it's deep something. So I'm gonna use my system dialog, and I'm gonna do print. I will be printing this on my ET15000. And then when this starts printing, I'm going to go to my preferences. Now I have a preference in mind that I have set for my glossy sticker paper. Okay. My glossy sticker paper, I use the rear feed tray for, so it's already selected as the paper tray, which is the best thing. If you have a rear feeding tray, is the best place for you to load up your magnetic sheet. I have this set at photo paper glossy. If you, for some reason, print and you're having smudging and different things like that, it's probably because you did not use a photo paper setting. You need to use a photo paper setting with this type of paper, okay? I have my quality set at high, and then I'm gonna say okay to print. And I'm gonna print one copy, okay? So while that's printing, I'm gonna show y'all, this is the glossy inkjet printable magnetic sheet. These items are all linked on, or the link form is on the resource document. I have an image and the link that is on the document that's with this class, okay? So this is the glossy inkjet printable magnetic sheet. If you don't have an inkjet printer and you have a laser printer, they do have laser magnetic sheets, but I have an inkjet printer, so that's what I'm gonna be using, okay? Why is this doing this, staying up here? Maybe. It says nearing. I have another maintenance box, but okay. Let me see what it's saying up there. Okay, so this is the glossy paper. This is the matte paper, magnetic sheet. Okay, so once it prints out, before I cut it, I'm just to give it another like extra layer of protection for when you give these to customers or anything. I put a laminate sheet, a self-adhesive laminate sheet on the top, okay? That gives the magnet just a little extra protection. If somebody was to spill something on it, it's not going directly onto the paper. It would go onto the laminate sheet, and it protects the magnet. So I will show how I do that whenever I get ready to do this. So there's another on the resource sheet. I don't actually have any right now. Where is my thing at? Where my resource document at? Yeah, this how I be with all these. Okay, here it is. All these tabs I have open. Okay, so when you're looking at this sheet, this right here, the Craftopia magnetic sheets. If you can't get the magnetic sheets that have the printable type on there, or maybe you already have magnetic sheets and you have printable vinyl paper, vinyl sticker paper, like if you have the sticker paper, you could take the magnetic sheet and you could take vinyl sticker paper and you can print your image on the vinyl sticker paper and then put the sticker on the magnetic sheet. So there's two different ways that you can do that. And that's why I put those on there, because, you know, you may not be able to find the magnetic sheets and you still want to do the magnets. You can still print on the vinyl sticker paper and then do the magnetic sheet. I will not be showing that actual application tonight because, like I said, I don't have any more of these magnetic sheets. I did order some, but they did not come in time for tonight's demo. Okay. So let me check this print because something didn't do right. Okay. I don't know what happened with the print. Let me grab another sheet and put it in here. Send this through the print again. All right, let me go back over here to Cricut and see what happens. Send to printer. System dialog print. Preferences. Okay. And print. It's gonna be. Okay, I'll do that. And then I am going to choose, when we go to cut this, I'm gonna go to browse all materials on Cricut. And I'm gonna type in magnetic and search. And I'm gonna choose the printable magnetic sheet. Okay, and I'm gonna say done. And when you choose the printable magnetic sheet, it'll show you which tool you need to have in. So right now we have the fine point blade, the regular blade is in there. You will need to use a strong grip mat when you load it up. So it is printing right now. So I'm gonna go into the office and do the car magnet. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this camera off and I'm gonna go to the office and I will see y'all in just a second. If I can find my Zoom screen. Oh, here we go. Stop really. Okay, you guys. And Meg, if you could spotlight this camera for me. Okay, so do I need to stop my screen share in the room? Okay, so this come in a little, let me go stop the screen share. Make sure y'all be able to see. Okay, so I have the magnet here, and y'all, like I told y'all about those other substrates, please remember to take the protective film off of the substrate, okay? Because I did one and I forgot. I told y'all I always forget, and I didn't even bring it up. Doohickey in here to take the film off. Hold on just a second. Ebony, I left my print in my room. Can you go get the print for this for me? The print and my little Cricut tool, the little hook. My right hand, y'all. Because I can't get these things off without that little thing. I try, but it don't work. Okay, so I have the print. Nothing is coming off there. I'm trying to see because it almost looks like it's not going on here, but I don't know. It has to be up. Ebony, I can't see. Y'all, this magnet trying to take me out. I know it's on here. Because if I go and press this thing and it crinkle up with the little plastic, where nothing is lifting up. Ebony, let me get some young eyes in here because mine are messing with me, right? Can you come in for a second? Can you see if it's a film on here? I think it is, but I can't see it. The peel off. Out here. Can you see it? You don't think so? Yeah, this one has a thing. This does not appear to have a stone in it. It don't. Capacity. Oh, sorry. What? Are we on right now? Yeah. This was up too high, y'all. It should be on. It's a lower heat setting for um the magnet. So I'm gonna just go and do the refrigerator magnet and let this heat kind of go down because I had it set all the way up for another sublimation thing. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back in here. Let that cool down a little bit because it was up too high. I forgot to turn it down. Here's the sheet printed out. Okay, so we have our registration marks for the print and cut. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use a strong grit mat, which for your Cricut is your purple mat. I will tell y'all that we are using the regular fine point blade. But what we're going to do is so I told you I'm gonna put the laminate sheet on here. The print and cut is about, on Cricut, you can't have like 6.75 by 9.25 or something like that. I think that's right. And so I'm gonna cut the laminate sheet down to just cover the images that are on here. And I cut this to a 7 by 10 sheet, the laminate sheet. Okay. The ones that I have linked, they have like an easy peel feature where it has the peel here. So I make sure that I'm gonna do the 7 by 10. Okay. So I just need a 7 by 10 sheet. And I'm going to use this and my okay. All right, so I'm going to unpeel this. I'm gonna take the backing off. Okay, take the backing off. And then it's got just a little piece like this. Okay, so I have my image laying flat down. I'm gonna take the laminate sheet and I'm gonna fold it up. Okay, and I'm gonna just let this part of the laminate sheet touch my image first. Okay, and then I'm gonna drop one side down and smooth it out and drop to the other side. Okay, and then I'm gonna look on here and pretty good. It's got a little bit of bubbles, but where you primarily want to make sure that there are no bubbles on the image. Okay, you can use a brayer or like the paper scraper to push from the inside out. Okay, and if you have some bubbles and they're not on the image, that's okay because that part's going to get cut off. Okay, so now that laminate sheet is on there. And now I'm going to load this up onto my strong grit mat. And I already selected everything. So the Cricut is just waiting on me to load this and for it to cut. I'm going to load that up. When it flashes, I'm going to hit that for it to cut. Okay, so it's going to cut for us now. And what we're going to do is before we take it off, before we hit the arrows to take it off, we're going to check to make sure that we're going to make sure that that it cuts all the way through. What I've had to do is to have 2 passes. So I check it to see that it cut all the way through. I do not unload it. And then you can just hit the Cricut button again and it will cut exactly the same pattern that it cut the first time. If you unload it and it didn't cut all the way through, you out of there. You're gonna have to print a whole nother sheet and cut again because your registration marks and all of that could be off when you load it back in. Okay, so very important to, before you take the mat off of the Cricut, check to see that it cut all the way through. 9 times out of 10, it didn't. And then let it go through a second pass. What you can do is actually go into the Cricut settings and reconfigure the settings to where it will cut twice from the beginning, or do more passes from the beginning. But no, this is with the regular blade that's in the Cricut. The other ones, the other magnetic sheets that I showed you, the Craftopia ones that you would put the vinyl sheet, the vinyl sticker on, you do have to use the, what it was, Steve? I can't even get mine out because it's in the little drawer. The deep cut blade. Yeah. Okay, so it stopped, and I'm gonna check it to see, did it cut all the way through? I'm just lifting the corner up, and it did not. So I'm hitting my Cricut button one again for it to run through there one more time. Yeah, Mo, you got that 23. You paid attention to that post I made, huh? When I said 23 was my number, huh? Oh, I can't hear you.
I just kind of figured that was 23 because I mean everything you do is like it's related to 23. So I'm like, that's what I guess.
Yeah, see, that's being observant,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it went through the second time. And here we go. All right. So when you check it, all you have to do is lift up just the corner up to see, is it coming up? Okay. That's how you know. When you lift this up, it all lifts up together. That's how you know to send it through again. Okay. So now I'm just going to peel these away. Okay.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it with the silhouette.
Oh, you know what? I have my silhouette. I can do a silhouette demo too. I always like to cut with my Cricut, and I make designs in the silhouette design software. When I'm cutting like paper, like when I do my grad fans and I'm cutting heavy cardstock over and over and over again, the silhouette blade actually performs better. The blade on the Cricut gets dull faster than the silhouette blade does. So when I'm cutting a bunch of cardstock, like for the graph fans, I use the silhouette. And of course, when we were doing the larger print and cut images, I use the silhouette too. Make sure when you're taking your stuff off that you lay your mat this way and bend up. That way, when you're taking off the magnets, they're not bending, they stay flat. And that's with just about any other substrate that you're cutting with your cutting machine. Always pull your mat off instead of pulling what you cut off. Okay. And then here we have the little.
That's nice.
refrigerator magnets. Wait, which way I'm going? And it has the little laminate on there and a little protective sheet. Whoop. So I'm gonna be sending these to you. Let me
Okay, I
go.
really appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
You just gotta, did you put your address on that email? that
I
you
sure
sent?
didn't. Let me.
Yep, you could do that too. Yep. And any little images and stuff that you have, you can actually cater the magnets to if you're doing like a group or a group order, and say you're doing basketball, you could do a basketball image and put your QR code in the middle of the basketball and cut out, basketballs and put those in the packages, the shirt packages that you're giving out. You can cater whatever whatever order you're doing, you can cater those images. You can pull in any image and cut any image to make the magnets. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in the office and see has the heat press cooled down, because that is it does have to be cooler than the normal sublimation press. So let me go in there and see. If not, I'll probably just press it and then post the pictures in the group if I have an appointment. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go back in the office and see. Okay, so it's where it needs to be. All right, so I take the image and I put the image flat on the desk, and then take the magnet and lay it on top so I can get it positioned the way that I want it positioned, make sure that everything that I need covered is covered. And I'm doing this on this surface, but I will raise this up and let y'all see before I press it. So I have the heat press set for 365. And I tape it down. And of course, we're gonna put our sub paper on the top. Now, my heat press is set for 60 seconds. But I am gonna let it go a few seconds longer because I wanted to go for 70. I wanted to go for between 65 and 70 seconds. So it'll beat and then I'll let it still stay pressing. For the car magnet, Nancy. I have it set for 365. So it's almost down. It's almost thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna let it 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay. It's very hot. I'm gonna get the paper. Yikes. So I feel like it do have the see, it was a film on here because it's all bubbled up. I can see it now because it's all bubbled up. I'm gonna have to press another one. Oh, and it's hot. Where my gloves at? But it is messed up because it was a film on here. I knew it was. See the bubbling? That's
Mhm.
because it's a film on here.
Oh yeah.
But you can see the colors and everything come out really good if it was actually on the magnet and not the film. So I'm gonna have to read. I knew it was a film on here, y'all. But that's what happens. So I knew it was a film on there. But me nor Ebony could see it to take it off. So okay, I'm gonna go back. All right, so y'all know that's what happens when we doing these substrates. Sometimes they get the best of us, and this little gadget did. Ooh, I'm so upset. But I will be repressing this, and I will post the correct one on the in the group. So, but it should be 365 for 65 to 70 seconds. Of course, with your heat press, you might have to do, like a little test. What I suggest is that's how I know that for me, it's 365 for a little bit longer. Is because these, you can't cut these when you get it. So like when you get one, you can cut it into smaller pieces and do a test to see how long it takes for the image to transfer. Okay. And to get the best setting for your heat press. I know for me, I had to, the 400 was too hot and it warped the magnet. So I had to turn it down. And then when I turned it down, at just 60 seconds, the full image didn't transfer. So I had to let it go longer than the 60 seconds. Okay. So sometimes it's like you got to test out the substrates. They can give you a recommended temperature and pressure and all of that kind of stuff. They can recommend something to you, but it does depend on your particular heat press, okay? So my cut settings for the silhouette, I have not cut it in silhouette. So I don't know what the cut settings would be. I don't even know if silhouette has a has like a pre-programmed setting for the magnetic sheets. I would think that they do because Cricut have one, but you know, they are different. So I'm not sure. I will have to look in silhouette and I will do that. Look into silhouette and see what the settings, and I'll actually cut one because I'm cutting some more for me just to send out for my customers. So I'll do my next ones in silhouette so I can tell you specifically what settings they need to be on for silhouette. Okay. So I don't think that I saw any other questions. We are over our hour time for tonight, but I did want to demonstrate both products and go over, because I know that somebody was going to ask about doing a bigger size. And so I did go ahead and do the 24 by 18. I will include the 24 by 18 in the file, and I'll have all of that stuff. It'll be up by tomorrow morning. I needed to tweak one thing in the template that I saw tonight when I was doing the template, demoing the template. So I will tweak that one thing, and then the template will be up tomorrow. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So you all enjoy your weekend. Don't forget, tomorrow, Saturday, we have our newbie orientation. If we have anybody that's new to the academy, or if this is your first time, if you're watching on YouTube, we do this every Friday night to give you an application of using our templates from the Innate Academy. If you are new to Photoshop, you want to learn Photoshop, go over to Innate Academy, and we will be happy to have you join the Academy and learn Photoshop. I teach on Wednesday nights. We have some other coaches that we may be rotating on Wednesday nights to teach a live class. It's a beginner-friendly template, no creative left behind. And Saturdays, we have a newbie orientation. So if you're brand new to Photoshop and you need to learn how to set up your Photoshop, your screen, how some of the tools work, if you need to get your dual screen set up, if you're planning on joining our VIP program to come to live class, you can go over on Saturdays with Coach Diane, and she will go through those things with you. Okay, so you all have a great night and a great weekend.